Welcome to 30ish.
Welcome to 30ish.
A podcast full of rants.
And ravens.
Rants
Raisins? Rants and glavens.
Yes, exactly.
So what are we talking about today?
So I'm doing, because last week we just did like a little intro, which really won't be even last week. You probably just listened to it. Our ramblingness.
Or maybe you are just
skipped right over that bullshit, and you're just like, I'm just going to see what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still questioning what the fuck
you're
this
like,
is all
what
about.
are they talking about?
Nothing.
They're just burping?
Exactly.
Good. Anyway, so what are we drinking today? Bloody Marys.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were supposed to start at 9, but Brie is an hour late to everything.
It's fine.
Except...
It's usually how I run anyway. So
yes.
It's all good, and it was worth it. The breakfast was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like this mix. It's a little spicy for me because I'm 100%...
a wuss.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of anything clever, so I'm glad you found
That was the only word.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, I'm proud that you're drinking this because this is kind of spicy for me.
Well,
I mean,
it shouldn't be spicy for me, as I am Hispanic, and that part of my Mexican is broken.
Yeah, you're
which
broke.
Is, I know, very broke. And I burn like a peach. No, wait, that's bruise like a peach. See, I can't even get the right things.
I didn't even
I'm
catch
like a cobbler.
I knew what you were saying. Didn't even catch that. A burn like a peach.
Oh, my word.
Let's write that.
Yes, let's write that down.
I burn like a peach.
I burn like a goddamn peach.
A notebook. I guess.
You didn't bring it today. You were unprepared.
It's in my car.
No,
It's
don't go
in
back
my
out there. It's like 40
goddamn
degrees.
car.
Your goddamn car.
I burn like a peach. I'm going to write that on our text messages.
Yes. Well, cobblers are delicious, so it's fine.
Not when they're burned, bitch.
Sometimes when you get like a little toasty on top, it's some good
You're right,
stuff.
a little extra caramelization.
That's
We just
good,
call that
good.
caramelization.
That's all you call it in this culinary world.
Indeed. But burnt shit is like a thing now, like burnt bread crumbs garnished with, you know.
Who just knew? I
like
was
burnt,
way ahead of my
which
time.
I do like burnt onions, and I burned some toast today. Remember that? We didn't eat it though.
Yeah, we didn't, because I don't like burnt toast.
Yeah, I don't.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna
No.
make it a thing. Burnt avocado toast. It'll sell.
Dude, you could probably sell it for like way more than just regular avocado toast.
It's $12 because we had to cook it longer.
It's true.
Because it's burnt, bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do a little recap.
A little recap?
Which was just a recap of what we're going to be doing.
Right. So, let's see.
Again, we're both in our 30s.
Yes, we're both in our 30s.
We are both friends from life and...
just life in general. Decided to do this little podcast because I'm 33 and she just turned 30, and we want to like just
talk about some shit,
learn some shit. It's cheaper than an education.
It is. This is like college, guys.
It is. And
all
you're along for the
over.
ride.
We're drinking while we're doing our homework.
And we're gonna riff a little bit.
Holy shit!
We're
It's
gonna
exactly
riff.
like college.
It is. I'm just looking for the thingy. So
So
just riff some more.
We're going to have some topics that we're going to talk about. We're going to roll the dice at every the end of every episode, and we're going to choose what we're going to talk about. And then the next week we'll talk about those things.
Yes.
And we got some topics that we want to research more and fucking rant about. So, and these are the topics that we're going to be discussing on our wonderful 30ish podcast.
Got nostalgia?
Oh my God, I can't talk.
It's fine. It's because your mouth is on fire by this. It is delicious.
It's not. Yours is on fire, you pussy.
I am.
Can I say pussy on a podcast?
Whatever the fuck you want.
Yes,
as long as
I
it doesn't...
can. Fuck.
Anyway, yes.
Nostalgia.
Because
crime. We want to talk about the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yes.
Which is nostalgic for us.
Yes.
And the late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in 89, so.
I was born right in the middle, 85.
You had a couple years.
I do.
You had more than a couple years.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't really remember it, so I don't know if that really counts.
Yes.
But
Anyway.
Yes.
Nostalgia. I actually, when we roll nostalgia, I have a perfect first topic, and I'm not going to tell you.
Don't tell it.
I'm not going to tell anyone.
Don't. Except,
anyway.
Yeah.
So we're also going to talk about, we're going to have a crime segment.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about cooking because me and Shay are both chefs.
We are.
Shay is a pastry chef.
On some days.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about it, but we'll also sometimes maybe do a little demo in the kitchen.
Yes, we'll be...
With your ears.
Yes.
Because obviously.
We're going to be talking through a recipe and...
all those things.
And just telling you what we're doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so cooking. We're also going to talk about some pop culture because that's one of my guilty pleasures is pop culture. I just informed Shay about a lot of things.
I'm very ignorant in pop culture, so I'll be learning a lot. And
that's maybe good
when
or
I do
bad.
roll on it, I'll probably not be as thorough as you because it'll probably be like a deadpan.
I'll be like,
voice.
Actually, Shay, this is really what happened because
It's true. And I'll be like, why don't you just fucking talk the entire time, you dick?
I am.
No, you're not.
I'm an interrupting Sally. What is that from? What is it?
Interrupting
Sally.
Is that the right?
Oh, that's stuttering Stanley.
That's fine. There's S's.
Oh, that's interrupting Cal Moo.
Oh.
Anyway.
See?
Forget about it.
It's fine.
We're also gonna have we're gonna talk about science, so
that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I am constantly watching science documentaries and...
That kind of shifted when I was 32. I was like, instead of it was just crime, it became like, oh yeah, I'm going to learn a little bit about...
the world and the earth.
And the earth. Some volcanoes.
The universe.
Don't really know.
Nature.
All of it. All of it.
There's some cool shit to learn about our world, guys, and we just want to dive in. We're off the deep end. We're ready to dive in.
Right? That'll just be our little educational corner.
Yeah.
It'll be great. And you'll probably learn nothing, but that's fine. That's fine.
We're also going to talk about paranormal activities. That's one of our topics.
That's a good one. Those are the big ones.
And it's probably going to evolve.
They probably will.
Just like humans and life.
That's science.
It is, guys. We're not even talking about science today. We just threw some science in there. Really anyway, what are we talking about today? Did we say that?
No, we kind of got distracted, but it's okay. We have a nice little recap. So you're going to talk about some pop culture today, aren't you?
I am.
Maybe.
I'm feeling weird about it, though.
Yeah. Well.
Because by the time this airs, it's going to be old news, and you guys are going to be like, I don't want to talk about... Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper drama anymore. But I'm just going to spit some knowledge about A Star is Born too.
There you go.
And it's going to not be very long, so.
See? It's all good.
Because I really want to hear about your fucking murder story.
Oh, yeah. So I picked, since we didn't roll last week because we're like,
I mean, we were rolling on ecstasy.
We were rolling all.
Is that what you roll on? Molly, roll.
I think you can roll on both. Can you? See, I'm so uneducated. Maybe we should do a category on drugs.
We should. I was just like, that'd be a fun day to just talk about our. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Actually, they know.
They're fine. They're fine with it. They all did
probably are doing it right now. Mm-hmm. Knowing my parents. If anyone knows Bonnie and Dan, they're definitely not rolling on ecstasy ever. Wow.
This is good.
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
It's fine. They love it.
I'll tell them just fast forward during this those times.
Fine. Just be like, that wasn't really me talking. It was a script.
It was Colonel Mustard, Shay's cat. Yeah.
Anywho's this? Drugs. What were we talking about?
Your murder mystery.
Oh, yes. So but since we didn't roll last week, we just got to pick.
Oh,
that's what we just got to pick it. So a murder, or at least crime, not murder is not dear to my heart, but that's a really awful thing.
Thank you. I probably wouldn't be your friend.
But
I'd probably be dead.
Or you'd probably be buried in my backyard with all of the 6 other of my friends.
Oh, God.
I don't have a lot of friends anymore, but it's fine.
Because you killed them all.
I did. But I've always been interested in crime, everything crime. I don't know why.
Like, when did you start getting interested in crime?
Probably in high school, but my dad always watched it, so I just City
Oh.
Confidential and American Justice were my
It was a
jam.
bonding moment for you and
it
your
was.
dad.
I would fall asleep to that shit all the time, and I still do
Jesus.
now.
I do now.
When I can't go to sleep, I don't put on something lighthearted like Wizards of Waverly Place or Friends. I'm like, I'm gonna go night-night to this Ted Bundy special. That makes me feel really warm inside.
Perfect. Hopefully no one comes to attack me in the middle of my night or when I'm walking to my fucking car in the middle of the day.
It's true. But
And I'm just going to... Don't talk to people if they're in a sling.
or asking
If
you
they're
to
asking
help
for
their
help.
schooner, which is a sailboat.
Oh.
I learned that from Mallrats. Movie trivia.
Schooner.
Schooner.
Is that nostalgia?
A
or
little
pop
bit.
culture?
A little bit of both.
Oh, God.
Schooner is a sailboat.
Anyway.
Yes, so I've always been interested in it. Ever since I was knee-eye to a pig's eye.
Knee to a pig's eye.
You got it. So, yeah. So that's why I've chose this week to start that one.
Okay. Well, do you want to go first?
I think
Or do
you
you
should
want me-
go first.
you want me to go first?
I want you to go first. Because you're really good at that rifting. You're really good at that
The
rifting.
rift.
We'll rift.
Okay.
How about it?
Did I just roll my R? Did you hear that? We're going to have to rewind that and listen because
That's
I
fine.
think I
I
did.
think you did.
But then if I try to roll my R's, I fucking can't.
Try it right now. Ooh, that was just like your tongue on.
Okay, so I don't know where to start.
Just start from your heart.
At the very beginning. Okay, so my
Why do you-
topic.
why do you like pop culture so much?
Oh, because
Because
I've just always been interested in celebrity lives, I guess.
especially Michael Jackson.
I mean, Oh God, I'm afraid to do the Michael Jackson topic. I don't want to. Anyways,
it's fine.
yes, Michael Jackson's one of the loves of my life, and I'm really afraid for the future documentary that's coming out because I've stood firm in all my beliefs about him.
You still stand firm.
I still stand firm. And anyway,
I'm sure his family
that's a
appreciates
whole different
that.
topic. I did not want to talk about this on the first one.
It's fine.
Anyway,
Just trying to loosen you up. That's all.
I just have always, I don't know, I guiltily
Mm-mm.
interested in celebrity lives and their drama. It's
You shouldn't
very
feel guilty.
fucking fascinating to me sometimes. And just like entertaining. It's just entertainment. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
It's
or
true.
like, why is everyone... I don't
That's
know.
a healthy way to look at it, where my grandmother believes that when she reads the magazines, that she's just reading updates on all of her friends. She's like, oh yeah, no. When Angelina Jolie and
I secretly feel like that.
got together though with Brad Pitt, she was talking about him like, oh yeah, no. Angie said this, and this. I'm like, Grandma, do you know her? She goes,
Me and your grandma should talk about pop culture.
She probably would like it. Oh, Colonel, that's your butthole.
Oh, Colonel Mustard.
He's a cute little baby.
He is.
He's such a sweet little ham.
Okay, so what I was going to talk about is because this week, it's a week after the Oscars aired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everyone saw the incredible Oscar-winning Oscar performance by, oh,
It's
Colonel.
fine. He's just being a big helper.
He
He's a
is
fat
so
loaf.
cuddly. I saw the Oscar performance of Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper on their pianos singing Shallow, and everyone's like, oh my God.
They're totally
They're in
banging it
love.
out.
They're definitely doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, secretly, I hope that. I mean, I just actually watched the movie. Have you seen it?
Yeah. It came. Did you get that text too? That it came out for like a week.
Oh, yeah. But I was like, I just spent $25 on the Blu-ray disc
Did you get
to
that?
get the
bonus?
extra footage. Why? What other extra footage do you have that you didn't include in my damn Blu-ray?
Well, what was the extra footage?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh well.
Well,
fuck are we
there's
even
like
doing?
behind the scenes, like the making of, and there's some extra like jam sessions. There's something else, but I didn't watch all of them. I also, I do need to watch the movie again because I might have fallen asleep a couple times.
That's because she serenaded you to sleep.
She did, and Bradley Cooper's eyes looked into mine with his greasy long hair
His drunken character.
and his
Hey,
drunken life. It's a sad movie.
Well, it is very sad.
But
Did you ever
also
watch the 1970 or whatever that one was?
No, but
Barbara.
let me get my little fun facts.
Ooh, yes.
So I did a little research on the movie because everyone knows it's a remake. Bradley Cooper's not original. I'm just kidding. I mean, it's an original script and original songs, but it was an old movie. It's been made. This is the 4th time.
Yeah.
And where's my thing on my phone? So yeah, the first time it was made though, it was, when was it? 1937 with Janet Gaynor as aspiring actress Esther, an actress, not a singer. And then it was actually made to deter women from coming to Hollywood because they were like, at that time, I guess, like, was right when like Hollywood was, I think
Buzzing.
It was just buzzing, and like people were just fucking hoarding to California to try to become famous and to become movie stars. And then all these women were ending up being prostitutes in LA because they couldn't find any work because there's so many people trying to get in the movie business, and it was not very big. It was just like, this is what I read. Yeah. And researched, but yeah. So the movie was made so that it would deter little stutter people from moving to Hollywood and becoming famous because it has this this other side to it. But then it was remade again with what's her name? Judy Garland.
Oh wow, I was off.
And it was that's when it started being like a musical kind of thing. So it was Judy Garland was a singer and the guy was already famous. So it has the storyline that does now kind of. But and then Barbra Streisand was in it with Christopherson. What's his name?
Probably. I don't know. I've never seen either. Like I've never seen
Chris Christopherson. And then now they remade it to the Gaga and Bradley Cooper. But I just wanted to tell you about the prostitute part.
Oh yes,
and that's why I thought that was funny. Anyway,
it's
not funny. It's not really funny.
No,
I thought it was a fun fact.
It is a fun fact. It's a good one.
So like I said, you knocked it over. That means you have to drink.
Yikes. Yeah. Yes.
Every time we knock the microphone over, which happens... Well, actually, I didn't do it last time.
Choked on some ice.
Good job.
It's good.
It was probably the ice and the spice. Every time we knock the mic over, we have to take a drink of...
Which, we're getting better, though.
Yeah, that first day that we did it, I seriously knocked the mic over every 5 minutes.
It was good.
I am Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
That is one thing I am not.
You're not Italian. I'm not. You're also not German.
I am a little bit. I just can't speak it or...
Oh, that's why you burn like a peach. Did I write that down? Okay.
Yes, she wrote it down.
Shay said she burns like a peach, which is not a saying.
My roommate right now.
Yeah, we're telling. You guys know that. You all know that's what she said.
Yes.
There's proof.
They all know it, and they're all like, what a dumb bitch.
Anyway.
Can't even get her fruit right.
This story that I'm telling, basically... where was I going? So now pan to Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper, Stars Born. Obviously their performance is insane. They have insane chemistry. Everyone thinks they're secretly doing the dirty, which who knows? They might be. But especially after that Oscar performance, and his baby mama was sitting in the front row, who is like a supermodel. Not that has to do with anything.
Is it his baby mama? Do they have a child together?
Yeah, they have a daughter.
Oh, I didn't
together.
Know that. See?
Also, Google his girlfriend. She's like ridiculously, amazingly beautiful.
Did she have any comments on the
She was smiling the whole time.
Oh,
I don't think she
got
publicly came out to say anything. She literally was sitting in between Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Like, it was like Lady Gaga, the girlfriend, Bradley Cooper, and then there's like pictures of them, like Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga talking to each other, and she's just like in the middle. But like... it's not really that dramatic. Anyway, everyone thought that they have to be in love after this amazing performance, which I seriously hope that they were. But they're also actors and professionals. And then I watched the Lady Gaga interview with Jimmy Kimmel.
There you be.
And she was like, fuck you guys. We're actors.
Fucking fooled you.
We obviously know what we're doing. We obviously wanted to, like, they wanted us to feel like they were Allie and Jackson.
Right.
And they totally did. And it was beautiful. And it just shows how amazing they are that they can provoke those feelings in literally everyone.
You have been to a Lady Gaga concert, so you know what her showmanship is.
She's insane.
Whatever that word is.
She's
so you believe that?
Yeah.
Then?
Well, look at even her early career. Like, she's an incredible actress. Like,
what else has she acted in?
She hasn't acted, but like her her costumes, her persona, like that's like she always like who the fuck wears raw meat and is like serious stone cold face like this is fucking me, like it's her, but it's also like she's an incredible performer, artist. Like, she can literally put raw meat on her and she's cool and it's fine, and she can just like totally play into that.
Yeah, she can.
She's incredible what she does. I mean, I wish that they were in love and that they were secretly gonna just run off together in the future, because she did just break up with her fiance. So everyone, like, right when the movie came out on DVD.
It was weird timing, but she was like, whatever. Some people
right before the Oscars,
fall in love.
Exactly. And she's done that before, guys. She's Lady Gaga. You can't hold her down.
Fiance just to make it another way to publicity stunt.
Yeah, maybe.
Be like, so you'll never know.
Yeah.
Just got the audience guessing.
She
go to that extreme.
She always does.
She might. I don't know her life.
You never know what she's gonna do. So, anyways, also. What else on the interview, she talks about how that whole, like, the whole thing, like, and if you watch it, it's complete. It's like a scene. It's like a scene in the movie.
It is.
Like, it's an orchestrated act. Like, even if you see when he grabs the microphone, or like to like go put it away so he can go sit by her, it's like right at this perfect beat. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go sit by her at the piano because I feel so. It was like completely planned.
Yeah.
And they played two incredible people that were in love. And everyone needs to get off their back and enjoy the performance. And it was a beautiful moment for pop culture.
It was. But she makes a good point, though, because I watched that Jimmy Kimmel interview, too. And she makes a very good point that social media has really kind of done some damage. Because
you just get one thing said, and then it's like billions of people are posting about it.
Beautiful moment.
Exactly.
It becomes like this horrible tabloid bullshit.
But I mean, tabloids have always been like that. It's not just social media now.
Because who doesn't like a good tabloid?
But you can just see it. Yeah, that's true.
I do love a good tabloid.
I want to read about how Hillary Duff got a sex change.
Just kidding, I'm a pretty basic bitch, so I do love me a tabloid. A tabloid.
Also, Hillary Duff never got a sex change. That was literally the first thing that popped into my head.
That
for
was
a
tabloid?
No. We were talking about tabloids.
Oh.
Because they're fake, and that was literally the first thing that popped into my head.
Well, that's going to be fresh off
Sorry, Hillary Duff. I will not start that rumor. I know you're listening.
We're going to get a
Lizzie
thing.
McGuire.
Because she's totally going to be listening to this, and she's going to slap us with a cease and desist.
Well, I am friends with Chrissy Carlson Romano now, so...
Oh, that's true.
We talked twice on Instagram.
And they did.
And by talk, I mean she responded an emoji.
Hey, I've never.
That's a lot.
I've never gotten an emoji.
Twice.
If I got like an emoji from Chelsea Handler, I would lose my shit. I'd be like, we're best friends now.
I know. I'd be like, okay. Do you remember the movie The Florida Project? Did you see that?
Yes, it was awful. In the sense that it was just heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking. I was like, it was in fucking.
This girl's from Florida.
That movie was so sad and good.
I didn't have a chance to see it yet.
What? You need to see it.
But it's good. But
it's
super sad.
Really fucking good, but your heart will be broken. Because you're just like, this is people's fucking life.
In Orlando.
And children's lives. And fucking the reality of what... It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, so Brie Valenti, I think that's how you say her name, is the actress in it.
I don't know the actress name, so...
The mom.
Oh, okay.
And I started following her on Instagram, and one time I responded to her picture, and she actually wrote something back, and then I completely went fangirl and was like, oh my god, I love you, you just made my whole day, oh my god, if you're ever in Colorado, we should hang out. But
She's like,
literally
block.
said that, and then she never responded again. And I was like, wow, I'm a freak.
Yeah.
I'm almost 30. I wasn't 30 then, so it was okay.
Well, we
Just
can
kidding.
just say that was your immature years. What?
Yes, that
what did
was
she say
literally
to you?
last year.
Like, what did?
I think she wrote something super inspiring about, like, her journey. Like, I think she was, like, I don't know. She was a stripper or something. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't really know her story. But she was just, and it was also when I was, like, should I quit my job? And, like, trying to figure out a part of
Your
my life
life,
about
yeah.
a year or two ago. And all this shit. And it was just really inspiring. I was like, wow, thank you. It's been really inspiring watching you, like, how you started from whatever, and now
Bottom,
you're,
now
you
you're
know,
here.
Yeah, start from the bottom. Drizzy Drake.
Yeah, baby.
And then she was just like, thank you, have a whatever. She said something really nice. And
And then
then
you went.
and then I was like,
Yep.
anyway.
Word vomited all over her.
Yes, just
She
like I
mopped
did
it
just
up
now.
and just left
Just word vomited right now.
right out of your heart.
But yeah, so that's my story about Lady Gaga and Bradley
I
Cooper.
love it. Do you have any fun facts about your favorite boy, Drizzy Drake?
Oh, do I? I mean, what fun fact do I not have about him?
It's true.
Except that his real name's Aubrey. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No. Why would I know that? I'm not
How
looking
do
to
you
marry this
not
dude.
know that? I've not talked about him.
Talk to his dad though.
Talking about Aubrey. Oh yeah, I've talked to Dennis Graham twice.
You were so close.
Dude, I actually talked to him. No, I talked to him twice. One time was. Are we going into this? Do you want me to tell you the story?
Go for it. Yeah. We
So
got time. I got time.
this is the
Only 10
third or
minutes in.
fourth time. What?
No,
We've only been
it's-
talking for 10 minutes.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Oh
I'm,
my gosh.
I'm in our territory.
Go away.
Yeah.
So I was in Denver for one of Drake's concerts because I think it was like the third time or fourth time I've seen him. And me and my sister and two of my friends were staying at the Four Seasons because we had a friend that worked there and she got us a discount and she also told us that they were staying there. So we were like, well, we're going to stay there too.
Yeah.
So me and my friend Annette decide to, shout out to Annette, my best friend from California. You better be listening, bitch. Anyways,
Gotta be.
we were like, we need to go get water. So we walked to get water, walked back a different way than we walked before, but like I was like, yeah, let's walk this way. Because I'm such a Drake fan, I know what his dad looks like and have for a long time. And there's a man walking across the street from us. We're like almost to our hotel. He's walking across the street and I grabbed my friend and I was like, Annette, that's Drake's dad. She was like, what? I was like, that's Dennis. That's Drake's dad. She was like, oh my God, what? And he like walks by us. I'm not being a freak. I'm like talking quietly,
Yes.
trying not to hyperventilate.
That's fair.
And then
but
he like
to be
walks
fair,
by.
also, I bet you're like one of the only people that would know. I'm sure your friends are just
Exactly.
super impressed.
I mean,
like,
now people
how
know.
do you know who the fuck Drake's dad is? How
Dennis.
stalker are you?
I'm not a stalker.
I'm
I
just
just want to
kidding.
know about his life, which is stalking. No.
It's true.
So I was like, Annette, we need to wait here until he comes back because we need to meet his dad. So he like walks by us and like we wait kind of like on the corner-ish to like cross the street and he just like turns around and comes back. Like he doesn't, he's
Meant
like
to
not
be.
even walking anywhere. He's just like taking a lap. I don't know.
Maybe he just
So he
needs some
turns
air.
around, comes back and I'm like, Dennis? I said Dennis. I didn't say Drake's dad. So probably brownie points for Brie.
Yeah, it was probably a good call.
And I was like, can we
Otherwise,
take
she
a
probably would
picture?
not have turned around if you said
Right?
Drake's dad.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you were smart.
I know.
Not just a hat rack.
I was like, can we get a picture with you? And he was like, oh yeah, sure. And I was like, okay. And then so we took pictures with him and then we were all walking back to the Four Seasons together. So we're walking across the street and he's like, what are you guys doing? We're like, we're going to your son's show tonight. Like, haha, we should come hang out with you. Why didn't I say that? But anyways, so we're like, yeah, we're going to your son's show tonight. We're really excited. He's like, yeah, it's going to be a good one. And I was like, I cracked a joke about how we had to go get water because we were drinking so much champagne and he laughed at my joke. And I was like,
And
he
thought for
knows that I'm his
sure
future
he'd give-
daughter-in-law. And then we parted our ways. Me and Annette are like freaking out. We're like going back up to our hotel room. We like can't wait to tell my sister. We go back in the hotel room. My sister's not in the hotel room. We're just like, oh my God, we are so excited. My sister comes back in. She's like freaking out. And she's like, oh my God, I just met Drake's dad. And we're like, we just met Drake's dad. Apparently, my sister, at a different point in time, like right after we had walked back to the hotel with Drake's dad, my sister ended up riding the elevator with him and Young Thug, who she didn't know it was him because she's stupid. Actually, I probably wouldn't have known it was him either. Oh. But she was like, I think she told me she personally asked Young Thug, who was opening for Drake. She was like, oh, are you guys going to be at the show tonight? And he was just like, yeah.
Well, at least that wasn't you.
Yeah.
How humbling
so
for
then
him.
we met Drake's dad then, and then we I'm just gonna keep reliving this memory.
You keep doing it 'cause you're really happy right now. You have like a glass smile on your face. Except your mouth isn't torn.
Yeah, no. Thanks. It's not. What? Thank you for not saying my mouth is torn. And then we were sitting in front of them at the concert because we were able to sneak down to the floor. Even though we passed like 6 security guards, our tickets did not say floor seats, and we were like, we're looking for our friends. And they let us go down there. We stayed down there. The VIP section was literally like behind where we were staying on the floor. Yeah. And so they were like right there. And then later on in the night, we didn't talk to them then. But then, long story short, we ended up in VIP with the dancers that were with Future, who also opened for Drake. And we were like at this after party with them. And then we smoked weed with them in their hotel room till like 5:30 in the morning. And then they were on an Usher music video that we were watching on MTV. And we were like, you guys are on an Usher music video and we're in a hotel room with you right now smoking weed? Like, what is going on? And then we went back to our hotel room, and then me and my friend Annette were like, we should just go up to the top floor and see if anyone's there. Okay. Because we're creepy. And then we just like stayed in the elevator lobby, and we heard someone walking down the hall literally like this, like crazy breathing. We're like, oh my God, what is that? It was Dennis Graham.
Oh.
I don't know if he was really fucked up. He like was not breathing very right, but we were like, oh, hi, Dennis. He's like, what are you guys doing? Yeah, we didn't. Okay. We should have said something. We're like, are you doing all right? We're like,
where's your son?
And we're like, we're just looking for you guys. Where are you staying? No, we didn't say that.
No.
We like pretended like we were going back down. He's like, oh, what are you guys doing? We're like, we're just hanging out.
Wink,
and then that was the last time I talked to Dennis Graham.
Did he die?
No, he's fine. He has a music career now.
Well,
I launched his music career, I think. I did, because I knew who he was on the street.
It was all you.
Anyway.
Her number is 970.
Hey! There's a lot of people with that area code.
I know, that's why.
Isn't that weird? Like, people in the mountains 5 hours away from us have the same area code, but then there's different area codes. What?
Isn't it weird?
What is going on, Colorado? You guys need to get some area codes. I got hoes in different area codes. Why don't you get some more? Okay? I don't know.
Perfect.
Okay. That was a nice little spin on pop culture. That was a little pop culture story, too.
Trying to ease you into it because you're so ranty and awesome.
I literally am a walking rant.
You are. But you're my rocking rant.
Rocking? Rocking rant.
Well, my mouth is on fire, so I can't pronounce my R's.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, murder.
All right, murder. Murder.
What do you got for us today, murder?
What do I have?
Who did we murder today?
Just Jerry Boggs.
Oh, poor Gerald.
I know. So this is the story.
Jerry.
Well,
Jerry! Jerry better be listening.
Oh, well, he's not. Maybe from heaven. Because he's dead.
No, the other Jerry!
Oh, I fucked that joke up. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. But he retired.
What are you talking about?
Jerry! The old Jerry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, Jerry what's his name? Jeremiah.
Yeah, but you weren't at first, so then I was...
That's why it was super confused.
Okay, this is stupid. Anyway, Gerald Boggs died.
Gerald Boggs
died. By some lady.
By a lady named Jill Coit. And she...
Coit? I don't like that name.
You don't like that name?
I mean, I don't know.
It's whatever. It's fine.
Now that I know she's a murderer,
she's
it sounds
an asshole,
like a murderer.
so it's fine.
Apparently, she's little.
So I chose... homegirl here because she did this in the Steamboat Springs of Colorado. So I thought it was,
like 2 hours away.
it is, and I thought maybe because, like, you know, I thought like, well, there was Ted Bundy that, you know, he did those murders in Aspen, but let's be honest, we all heard enough of.
Yeah, he
Mr.
doesn't
Ted
deserve
Bundy.
any more recognition right now.
No.
He's getting a movie. Was Zac Efron playing him?
Yeah, I kind of heard about that.
You have heard?
I have heard about it, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
Zac Efron's
When
playing
is that coming
him.
out?
Like this year or next year? Soon. They're
Oh,
filming
I
it.
don't know.
He has shit. He's posting about it.
Oh.
Actually, I don't think he is. Also on the And That's Why We Drink podcast, they were talking about it. And apparently it's not going to be like a bloodbath. Like, it's not going to be like a bunch of murder. It's like there's going to be a bunch
So
of
it'd
murder
be like
because
the
he murdered like 80 people.
psychological.
It's
shit
going
of
to be
him?
it's going to be from the girlfriend's perspective. Because he had a
kind of a
girlfriend this
cool
whole
thought.
time he was fucking
Right.
killing people, and she knew it.
Yeah.
Well, she denied it.
She
She's
denied
probably
that she
scared
knew it, but I
to
feel like she
admit it.
probably knew something, but I don't know if she directly knew it. Like, she didn't help him with anything, I don't think.
No, she didn't like help him.
No,
She
but
doesn't-
she was, but I mean, come on.
But I mean, she kind of did because, well, she was testifying that he was doing shit, and people were like, "Oh, he's a lawyer, and he's a fucking what?
Yeah.
He's smart. He could never do this." Anyway,
And handsome, so they clearly would never do that.
whatever.
Which, I don't know, maybe Zac Efron was, like, the best person to be doing this.
Yeah, but Zac Efron's too good.
Mm.
They should
What
have
do you mean he's
gotten
too good?
like,
Like, he's too, like, pretty boy?
yeah,
Yeah.
they
That's
should have
fair.
gotten the lead singer in Nickelback. I'm just kidding. I don't know. No one would ever go see that.
That would be criminal, and that would be amazing.
But I'm sorry.
Maybe he could
Nickelback.
just, like, sing
You
a
guys
song in
get
the middle of
ripped
it.
on too much.
Gonna kill this lady.
I killed this lady in the photograph. I killed her good and it made me laugh. That's
Exactly.
the theme song to that movie. That's
That'll
fucked
be-
up.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Jill fucking
Yes,
Coit.
Jill fucking Coit. Doing this lady because I thought it was a good pick since it's my first one and hitting a little close to home. Be all good.
Literally very close to home.
Yes. So, I probably will butcher some names because I'm really horrible at reading,
That's
which is
fine.
great. No, I'm not horrible at reading, but I'm really horrible
Names are
about,
hard.
Yeah, about
So it's just
pronouncing
speaking.
names. So, speaking is tough too. She wouldn't have had this really strong drink of spice. Makes my tongue numb.
It's very
You're like, it's
spicy.
not strong, you dumb bitch.
I know. I feel like I pretty much used that whole bottle of Bloody Mix already.
I know, you did.
So they must not be that strong.
I don't think it really is, but it's fine. I get my vitamins for the day and
Get your spice kick.
get my little spice kick. And
Well, I'm just trying to tell you, you can't blame it on the alcohol,
oh, it's not. It's totally because the spice is too spicy, and I'm
and you can't think.
of a vagina.
Sometimes when I eat really spicy shit, like I feel drunk after. You don't?
wonder
Have you ever
why.
felt that?
Well, I felt it, but I wondered
Because of the
just
capsaicin.
Is that true, or are you making that up?
I mean, that's what makes things spicy. That's what it's called.
I didn't learn that because I was in the pastry program.
You stupid bitch. I learned everything because I was in culinary.
Whatever.
Which is all aspects of the cooking world.
Whatever. It's fine.
Anyway.
We had like a fundamental cooking class, but it was like how to boil pasta and shit, which I thought was really weird because I'm like, I am paying a lot of money for
Like,
this.
I would assume that you would think I know how to boil pasta. But
Yeah,
some
but it's
people
like
would
the-
go to culinary school and literally didn't.
Then
And I
why
was
would
like,
they be there?
why? Because they're
It's like when
stupid
somebody
rich
goes on MasterChef
bitches.
or whatever, they don't know how to do a certain skill. And I
Yeah,
don't
that
understand
pisses
that.
me off.
Right?
It's like you are a Michelin star restaurant chef and
Right.
you don't know how to make a fucking
No,
taco.
no, not Hell's Kitchen, but that too. But when you go on a MasterChef and they don't know how to do certain skills that everyone else does,
Oh,
it drives me crazy because
yeah. It's like
I
you're
feel like
a
if you're
master
gonna go on
chef.
that, you need to be able to do every single
Yeah.
avenue.
The cuisine
aspects,
thing pisses me
whatever.
off. Or like when people don't know how to do certain cuisines. I'm like, you are what? You don't know how to like make Mexican food? Like you don't know how to make fucking like you don't know anything about Korean food. Like, fuck you. You're a Michelin star chef.
Get it.
Ugh.
Get it.
Anyways.
Anyway,
But
Jill Coit.
Anyway.
Jill Coit. Okay, so she was born in Louisiana as
Can you hear
Jill.
that?
Yeah, what was that?
It was my celery crunching.
Oh, I thought it was like I heard like a music, but yes, I
My
really
brain
like the
having
ambiance
Pop Rocks
of the.
again.
I know you're like having a stroke.
I was. Anyway.
It's okay. Okay, so she was born in Louisiana as Jill Billiot.
Billiot.
Like a beignet almost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Louisiana.
Louisiana, perfect place for
Yeah,
that.
I know. So she often lied about her age and her date of birth. Okay.
The cat sabotaged me.
He almost spilled her drink. Okay, so she claimed to be born late mid-50s. However, her actual birth occurred either 1943 or 1944. Because she claimed to be younger. Because as the story goes on, she's becomes the serial. She just marries a lot, not murders a lot. But she just has several husbands. So she's obviously claiming to be younger than she is to be in these marriages.
She's a weird
To make
lady.
herself feel more of a prize. So.
And because she probably just likes having secrets.
She does like secrets, apparently. I'm just moving this over so it's more correct.
That's fine.
So she had a fairly normal childhood. No major traumas or anything like that. So her first marriage in 1961, she drops out of high school. She decides to pursue a relationship with Larry Innan and eventually marries him. In 1962, she divorces him and takes the whopping $280 from their joint checking account. But to be fair, yes. But to be fair, it was around $2,300 if it was today. So
That sucks.
I know. Wasn't that just all right, well, bye.
Yeah,
and
see
take
ya.
my
Give me my-
very little savings.
Give me some of my money
That
back.
sucks. So, in 1964, she marries Stephen Moore. I can pronounce that one.
Good job.
And they have one son together. She eventually divorces him and goes on to her third marriage in 1966. Marries William Clark Coit Jr. But she was actually still
The
married.
name
So
stuck.
yeah. Actually, that name did stick. I don't know why she decided on that one. Because she had a son with the guy before her with Moore, so it doesn't really make any sense why
She's obviously a little cuckoo.
Yeah, a little bit. So, but she actually was still married to Stephen Moore at the time that she married Mr. Coit. So, and then
What a trifling hoe.
she is just a dirty bitch. So, her and Coit have two sons together, and in 1967 she gets divorced from Stephen Moore. And then
Jesus,
I know she is just going through him
She was a serial marrier.
She was a serial marrier, and I'm sure a lot of it was for financial bullshit.
She wanted to get $280 a lot.
A lot
you
of
gotta marry a few men to get some money from that.
Yes, it's true. It's very true. In 1967, I said that. So in 1972, Jill's third husband suspiciously is murdered in Houston, Texas. She is suspected but never charged. So, and her lawyer actually helps her avoid all the questioning and all this shit.
Did they find someone else that did it, quote unquote?
I think it remained unsolved. So, she actually does eventually marries this lawyer. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. You fucking got me out of killing my husband. So
exactly.
Let's get married.
So
I do that really well.
Too. So in 1973, she marries her husband number 4, Donald Charles Brody, who then she divorced promptly in 1975. So then she goes on to 1976, and she marries, I believe this is the lawyer.
God.
Yeah, no, she's just
Why
going
does
through these
anyone
husbands.
marry her?
I'm just rapidly kind of just going through these so we can get to the murder. But, and I just want to give you some background on how many fucking marriages this lunatic has. So Jill then marries, I believe this is the lawyer, Louis A. DeRosa, or DiRosa, however you want to pronounce that. And marries him in Mississippi. And then in 1978, she marries Eldon Dwayne Metzger. I don't even know how to say that.
Metzger.
Metzger.
I know someone with that last name.
Is it him?
It was 78. Actually, I don't know.
No, I know. But she marries him in Ohio, and she's still married to...
Ohio, shout out.
She is still married to the lawyer at the time. And the date of the divorce, though, because eventually, I guess she just jumps over the divorce from the lawyer, and she just divorces Eldon, but we don't know when that date happened. So, yeah, it's getting kind of fucking confusing at this point. So, then Jill does get divorced from the lawyer in Haiti, but the divorce is not legal, which I've never really heard of that before. Have you? When a divorce is not legal? Which I've never heard of that before, so...
Who knows?
That's something I need to dog ear and to learn about that. Fact check it. So
that's what they do on Dex Shepard's podcast.
So
anyway,
it's all good. So in 1983, 5 whole years, Jill marries husband number 7. So she took a little break. She's a little single, maybe mixing it up a little bit. So
killing some people, whatever.
Killing some people.
Casually.
Actually, she did not kill anybody in that time period. So she took a little break from all criminal activity. So it's great. So she marries husband number 7, Carl Steely, a prep school teacher. Yes, Steely Dan, in Indiana. I know he's such a ham. But at this time, she still is legally married to the lawyer because obviously that divorce wasn't legal, or that divorce was not legal.
He's a lawyer. He's right. Like, this is never gonna be legal.
That's another weird thing is like, why would he
of all the people
like not have that
legal
that doesn't make any sense. So Jill divorces in 1983 Carl Steely in Haiti. However, that divorce is not legal either. So she's just married to multiple men at this point. So
she should have just kept marrying people and not killing them.
Well, she only was suspected of that one. So they're all still alive except Mr. Coit.
Yeah.
So in 1985, Jill finally gets a legal divorce from that lawyer, Lewis, in New Orleans, Louisiana. So in 1990, another 5 years, so it's kind of nice. She was renovating a bed and breakfast. At that point, she had gotten to Colorado. She's in Steamboat Springs. Not the Colorado Springs.
Not the other springs.
Not the other
There's
springs.
There's
a couple
Colorado.
springs. Manitou and... Because Glenwood Springs. Yeah.
Strawberry.
Hollywood Springs. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. Fountain. That's not a Springs.
It's not.
It's fine.
Anywho.
But at least that was a real town. In 1990, claws. Ow! 1 minute.
In 1990, the claws came out with Jill Coit.
Yes. So while in 1990, while renovating a bed and breakfast with her sons, Coit regularly visited Gerald Boggs, goes by Jerry, his hardware store in Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Wait, that's who she married, right? In the beginning? Boggs? Oh, this is about Jerry Boggs.
Can I fucking help you, dude? Just stay over there on the celery.
There you go.
Just lay on the celery and you're great. Jesus Christ.
I gotta take a little
picture. He's a big helper. Yeah. She's like, what the fuck am I sitting on? Oh, you're too late. Oh, he's gonna look that. Oh well, he'll have a good nap. Go on. Shoo. Just
Shoo, cat.
Don't lean on that.
Oh, now is he? Now his butt's on the celery.
Don't eat that. You get that pink eye in your mouth.
No, don't.
So in 1990, Mr. Jerry's brother Doug was concerned by Jill's excessive interest in her husband's fiance's finances. He hired the private investigator, the whole 9 yards, and discovered that she was actually a fraud, and she'd been married 9 times and had several aliases.
So they never knew.
They never knew, and she actually so she told Jerry that she was pregnant, which was a complete lie because she actually had a hysterectomy years ago. But she told him she was pregnant to get her, or to get him to marry her. So he marries her.
How come your baby's taking 3 years to be born?
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know. I'll just kill you.
It's exactly.
Oh.
It's a better choice. So in April 1991, he marries her after she tells him that she's pregnant. But after, so I should back up actually. So his brother didn't gave him all that information after he got married and everything else. So then after he found out about the, he still thinks that she's pregnant, but even despite that, he divorces her because he finds out that she's still like legally married to Carl Steely. So she's still married to her. I think it was like to husband number 7. I think it was husband number 7.
And husband number 4.
Right, and 3 and 4 and 11 teen. She was still married to him, so he actually divorces her, despite thinking that she's still pregnant. So she goes on to like still like, you know, kind of berate him all over town and saying that he just abandoned her and the child and everything else, even though there's no child. So I know she's a fucking lunatic. So so he divorced her in December 1991. So she was only married to him for like 7 months, and but she also divorced. She does legally divorce Carl Steely because in 1991 of December as well. So now she said no marriages right now. So
wow,
yeah,
good for
finally.
Good for
so
her.
In but also in December 1991, she meets Michael. I believe it's called Bacchus, and he is just a Bacchus and Coit. Sounds like a really good like
lawyer,
like a lawyer, like a law firm.
And Bacchus and
Coit.
They're like Frank Azar,
right?
Bacchus and Shanker. You've never seen those commercials?
I've seen the Frank Azar commercials.
This is probably the Bacchus.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the Bacchus.
Frank Azar's bringing his strong arm in for me still, so that's good. Anyway.
Woohoo! So
that was not sexual, by the way. Oh my god, the cat's sabotaging me.
He's being an asshole.
Got a drink.
I know. You better drink. You're drinking faster than I am.
I'm done with mine. I'm feeling a little buzzed.
How are you feeling? Because I'm just nursing it hard. Can you stop?
You're such a little nurse shark.
I am a little nurse shark. Okay.
Baby shark.
Stop it.
I hate it.
Oh my word. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna murder you right now. That's what's gonna happen.
I'll murder myself if I start singing that song.
That's fair. We have knives, so I'll just leave the room.
We also have. Anyway.
Yes. So,
Bacchus.
Where am I at? Yes, Bacchus. She just sparks up a relationship with him. After the annulment happened, Jerry and Miss Jill were involved in like a lawsuit over the bed and breakfast because he had put like some money into it. So there was just some financial, happening that they want, she didn't want to share the money essentially. So they were going to go record about it and all that kind of stuff. So, let's see. So they, in 1992, Jill actually marries this random guy called Roy Carroll. And that's just like another side note, which she just got married again, even though she's like in a relationship with that Bacchus dude. So she marries him, little side note. And in 1993...
There should be like a fucking legal limit.
Well, maybe this is like, this was what happened in the 80s and 90s. Nobody gave a shit. Maybe nobody gives a shit now. I don't know.
You're right. No one gives a shit now. No one gives a shit now.
So in October 22nd of 1993... Mr. Jerry was found dead and shot to death and like bludgeoned to death with a shovel, which the shovel was left there.
She shot him and bludgeoned him with a shovel?
Yes. So the crime scene itself yielded very little clues, and there was really no forensic evidence that could tie her to it at all. And when police talked to some of the neighbors, some of the reports implicated like 2 suspicious male figures, so not a woman. And when Jill becomes a suspect, she claims that she was camping in Fort Collins with Michael Bacchus the night that Jerry was killed. And it was funny because I was watching the forensics, stupid side note, but when I was watching Forensic Files, they called, they were trying to say pooter, but they saying poudre.
That's wrong, motherfuckers.
So they kept saying, so I kept giggling because I was like, she was claiming to be, except it was like that crazy monotone guy who's like, I can't even articulate it because he has such a good narrator voice. May he rest in peace.
There's some creepy fucking music in that too.
It is. I think it fucks up with my dreams, definitely, for sure. So, so she claims that she was camping, probably up in Horseshoe, to be honest.
Down the Poudre.
Do the Poudre. And she was claiming that
The
she was
Pooter
killed.
is a river in Fort Collins. The Pooter River.
Yeah, the Pooter River.
Pooter. Ride down the Pooter, y'all.
That's right. God save the
It's
Pooter.
a wet and wild ride.
Literally.
Yeah, because it's a fucking river with rapids in it. Dummies.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, perfect. Insult the
You
audience.
guys are dumb.
You're not dumb.
You guys are really smart.
Yes, and awesome. Look at this ham bone. Okay, so
The cat, not an actual bone of ham.
look at this ham bone just hanging out here with us.
just appeared.
Oh my word. So so she's claiming and has like this airtight alibi that because they think that he all died in that night. So she has this airtight alibi that she claims. So but after an autopsy was performed, the medical examiner determined that Jerry was killed actually shortly after breakfast due to the contents in his stomach. And I have it like in bold. Science! Which
Dude,
then,
forensic shit, like,
right?
How do they know when you like? Oh, he was stabbed 6 hours after his death.
It's
like,
because
how
so
do they know
this one was
that?
really interesting because in that forensic episode they talk about all about his stomach contents. So they were trying to because there was no forensic evidence besides like the Jesus Christ.
He wants me to get drunk.
I know.
Colonel
Besides
Mustard.
the like bloody shovel there, but it only had Boggs' blood on it. They had a hard time linking. They were gonna have a hard time linking anybody to the crime scene because there was just nothing there. So they went a step further and goes like, well, what if we could determine like when, like the exact time of death happened? And they went like, well, let's just study what's in his stomach contents. And they figured out because like the fucking flat top of the diner that he went to every single fucking morning, they would like, they had onions on it. So they somehow could link it that that's the time of day when that was happening. So the stomach contents were what like I think it was like hash browns and shit, and that's how they narrowed it down to fucking in the morning time.
Science and culinary arts
As
combined.
We're basically scientists.
We are crime solvers.
Yes, I did not mean scientists. I wanted to say like we're basically detectives all the time.
We are Carmen San Diego.
Awesome.
Nostalgia.
That's another good one. Anyway, so which then in turn blew her fucking alibi out of the water because now he was killed the morning.
Flat top had onions on it, bitch. You are lying.
Exactly. It's exactly what they said to her.
I know.
It was very hostile.
I saw the episode.
So, but also furthermore, it comes out that Jill telephoned her youngest son, William, and said after like he was murdered, and says, "Hey baby, it's over and it's messy," referring to Jerry's death. And I think she was like trying to like ask him to help her cover it up, but in turn, the son, but then the son was like, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that, mom, and went to the fucking police. He also then told the police like his concerns of, that he actually thinks that his mom killed his dad, William Coit. Unfortunately, though, no charges were ever pressed against her in that regard. So,
oh, that was the only one that she had a son with?
She had two sons with Coit. The youngest son was the one that she confided in. So it doesn't really give a whole lot of information about her other two sons. The other son was, I think, from her first marriage. So yeah,
wow.
So after so she's then promptly arrested in December of 1983. So that was awesome. The William Coit Jr., the father of the son, was actually killed like under the same circumstances. He was killed like with I think like a 22 caliber revolver, same one that was killed with Boggs, and shot. So it was under like the same exact fucking shit. And it turns out that so she was arrested and her and Michael Backus were convicted of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder, and were sentenced to life in prison and a $1 million fine. I don't know who that went to, but anyway, so they're life in prison without the possibility of parole. And it turns out because the reason why the neighbor saw two men is because fucking she would like put like on a fucking face mustache and like just disguise herself to look like a dude. So that's why they thought they saw a man. It was just Jill Coit in disguise. And I think when they went through her car and stuff like that, they found like a bunch of passports and like fucking wigs and all this shit. So it was really damning.
All the shit.
So So in 1997, no, he's fucking ridiculous. He probably should just be our cover art. Let's be honest. He's fucking stupid, dude. So in 1997, I really love that you're just sitting here taking selfies with the cat. It's fantastic. So in 1997, she appeals and she loses. My son is dumb. I love him so much. That didn't record at all. Oh, you asshole. All right. So in 1997, she appeals and loses. And in May 1998, she posts in prison. I know, you're going to suck up all his hair. She posts on an internet site that she wants to find a husband.
In prison?
Yes, but the site is shut down.
I need to find my 10th husband now that I'm in jail.
Exactly. So this site, the site is shut down and by the Colorado Women's Correctional Institute.
That's good.
Yeah, which is nice. But then in December of 1998, Jill Coit still is advertising on the internet. Want U.S. citizenship? Marry an inmate on her own website, cyberspace-inmates.com. I don't think that is still active. Oh, look, we can figure it out. But she is...
Oh, my, inmates, like farmersonly.com. There's like inmates.com.
Yeah.
Where you like date an inmate?
Yeah.
How do they have access to a computer?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess they're allowed to use phones.
I think they're allowed to do that, yeah, for sure. But it's not active. The site is not active.
Cheeto burritos.
Jesus.
I've been to jail. That's what they make.
Oh my God.
With ramen.
Do they? They don't really.
I mean, I wasn't really in jail.
I know. I was
in work release for fucking 2 weeks. Anyway, they made fucking hot Cheeto ramen burritos in the microwave.
If you were in work release, like you were actually going back to jail after?
Yeah.
I'd never. Oh my God, I'm so fucking stupid. Like I was like, work release. That's kind of cool. Like I thought you were on house arrest and you just got to go to work.
I got to go to work and
you
not
would go
be in jail.
To the restaurant that we met each other at, because I won't say its name. And then you would just go back to
literally the first week that I worked there, the first 2 weeks or it was like within the first month that I worked there, and I had to tell the chef like, oh, you hired me, by the way, I have to go to work release. I can work literally every hour of the day you want me to because I don't want to be there, but... And I told her the reason why, which was for marijuana, and she's like, oh, you're fine. Anyway, but fresh. I would go to work, and then I'd have to drive back there the slowest I possibly could, because they give you, like, you have to tell them when your work is, and then they give you a window to travel. Jesus. But I got out a little early because I was good, and I wasn't, like... People would show up drunk there. It's like, you have to take a breathalyzer every time you go back in, and it's like people would go on, like, a 2-hour break, get drunk, come back,
why would they do that? Because
and then they have to go to actual jail because they're stupid.
I'm just assuming that they have to serve more time if they do that.
Yeah, they do.
Then
people are fucking idiots. And then they just like, and also I feel like, I know that this is a thing, but like they like that system. Like they do because like, they thrive off of like.
But honestly, I have heard, and I'm gonna use this stupid reference. But, like, in Orange is the New Black, they kind of touch on that, where it's just, like, people don't either know how to survive on the outside, but it's just, like, it's easy. It's just fucking easier in there because...
You don't have to...
You know, you get fucking... Even though it's just probably nasty, like you said, your Cheeto fucking burgers or whatever.
Well, yeah, work release, you were able to, like, bring in your own food.
But, in general, it's just,
that
like...
could
it's
be
a warm bed.
Or that was not...
It's a warm bed, and it's fucking whatever, and it's not the best, but people do it because it's... I don't know.
Yeah, I had to fucking sleep there with these fucking meth head psycho killers.
I am so
I read a whole book.
I'm just naive and to think like, oh yeah, she just went home and she just couldn't go anywhere. I'm an idiot. I don't know anything about
I feel
that
like
system
because I was there for 2 weeks that I had to fucking do that. And
Were you changed?
I was like, I am never...
She's been to jail. She's been to work with... She's just changed now.
Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Another
You're
rant.
fine. It was a good
Brie.
rant. This is probably what a lot of this podcast is going to be, so sorry, guys. Anyway, so she is... God damn. Jesus Christ, Kat. You're shedding.
Anyways, I know what she is going through. Jill Coit.
Did you put ads to find a husband?
I did.
Oh, good. I'm sure Chris.
Thankfully, Chris.
Thank God he answered those ads.
He stuck with me for those 2 weeks I was in work release.
Thank God. So she, so that last website got shut down, and to this day she is still serving time at the Denver Women's Correctional Facility.
Could we go visit her and interview her?
I'm sure she would fucking love the attention. So she's still
fuck
there,
that
and
bitch.
she is serving life without parole. And that is the story of Jill Coit.
That!
I know, that was my best
good.
little
I like that
voice.
ending.
Look how prepared I was.
That!
And that!
You wrote that. No, I'm just kidding.
I copied and pasted it. What the fuck are you talking about?
She wrote, and that in capital letters
And that
is the story.
that's the story.
No, she... Damn, that's fucked.
Right? It's
What
crazy.
a weird... People are fucking
Bananas?
Bananas.
Yes.
I know how to spell that.
chew
Don't
on
have to
that.
use that in the
Hey,
spelling
don't chew
bee.
on that.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I have an oral fixation.
Stop it. Do we need
I
to put you in
do
timeout?
chew on pen caps, or I used to. I haven't in a long time.
By the way, I'm not talking about Brie. I'm talking about the cat. She's
Yeah.
not chewing on a cord or anything.
I'm not. I'm not chewing on the cord, but I could be
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to.
You could. You little dick.
Well, that was fun.
It was fun.
I
So
wonder
anything-
what that sounded like.
Well, we're gonna find out. And
and
so are you. Wow.
I think we should post after this one. I mean, like, I feel like we need to put something out there in the world.
Yes. Do you want to sign off real quick and we can talk off the microphones?
No, we're gonna say goodbye.
That's what I mean. Like we can sign off.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
That's
Sorry, I don't know the
that's
lingo.
journalism talk.
I don't know the
commoner.
lingo. I was like, sign off line?
Like that's dumb. We're gonna do a closer, you dumb
We're
bitch.
gonna unconnect from AOL. Also,
I know.
Speaking of AOL, have you been watching Pen 15?
I haven't. I know. I need to watch it. It's on
It
my
is
list.
literally
I know.
it's so. If you guys need to watch it. If you are anywhere near the age of 30
Do it.
or older, probably not a little younger, you guys
Is it
won't
like
get
nostalgia?
Oh, it's like set in the 90s, like
then I'll love
7th
it.
grade girls.
Oh fuck yeah.
And it's hilarious because
Do they
the
have
two
Lisa
main...
Frank binders?
No.
Oh well, that's upsetting.
They might.
Oh okay.
I think Lisa Frank makes an appearance for sure. Okay, so another pop culture for you. John Mayer has a show on Instagram that it's called The Current Mood. It's on every Sunday, and he's hilarious and awesome. Anyways, Lisa Frank is doing his cover art.
Do you think
He
she'll
like
do our
reached
cover
out to
art?
them. I don't know. Lisa Frank, hit us up, girlfriend.
Which honestly, how cool would that be?
Yeah, Lisa Frank. Just to throw, she's still relevant and is doing.
Fuck yeah,
John
homegirl. She
Mayer's
was able to
cover art.
reinvent herself.
Hopefully that's a true thing because he keeps advertising about it on his Instagram. So.
I wouldn't see why he would advertise something that's not real.
John,
Come on, Johnny boy.
come on, John. Should we roll
Let's roll.
for next week?
Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh! I thought you meant like, let's roll on out. That's-
Should we roll on ecstasy again?
Yes, let's roll
For the
on
second
ecstasy.
time today?
All right, we're going to do sound
With my
effects.
parents?
We're gonna- With your parents.
All right, here's our dice. Roll them up. Okay, I should probably video this just because it's really
Yes, do
funny.
it. Okay, dice.
Hold on.
Wait, stand by.
All right, Shay, roll the dice.
Roll. Oh, shit.
Roll your dice for the speaker.
I can't go to Vegas. Oh, my word.
I can't.
It's a 6!
Yes!
Oh, shit.
So what is 6 on our list?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Are we, what are we doing? We're,
Number 6.
oh,
Number 6.
number 6. Oh, shit. All right, there you go. Oh, I have it.
You do have it.
We'll get like a board at some point. If I do get to move into that space, will we get a giant fucking whiteboard? It'd be awesome.
I love whiteboards.
I know you do. I know you have like a
I
love
love
for everything.
riding on boards.
Woo!
And riding that surfboard.
Surfboard.
Anyway. I've
Maybe
actually
that's
never
how I
ridden
need to find a
snowboard-
boyfriend.
Surfboard?
Surfboarding on somebody's face?
Yeah, I mean, I've ridden that surfboard, but
Mm.
I've never ridden an actual surfboard.
Well, I've never ridden either, so.
You've never ridden on someone's face?
Sure haven't. Maybe that's why I'm still single. Hey, gentlemen. Help a lady out. JK.
Not
really.
She'll ride your face.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Oh, God. Don't listen to that. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means.
I don't even know what that means. That's what all the
What?
kids are saying. I don't even know what that
That's
means
what all
anymore.
the teenagers are saying.
You know what? Let's do... Number 6 is nostalgia.
Yes! That's what you got? You got nostalgia.
I got nostalgia.
All right, let's roll my dice. And by my die...
Your die.
Oh, wait, that's double.
What?
Is a die 2, right?
A die is 2. All right.
You can hear it really good.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Those dice.
Yeah, you can.
It's a 3! And a 3 is science!
Science! Woo! All right. Not making this up at all.
Nope, we had real dice this whole time.
It's
You heard
true.
it.
You heard it here.
First.
At 30-ish. Home of reality. Yeah, you can hear that
This
real
will
nice.
be our background song.
Just that? Start bones breaking? Osteoporosis.
You better drink your milk, better drink your milk. Actually,
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
I am not going to bash milk because I love milk.
I love milk, but I know it's bad for you because there's fucking bleach in that too.
Well, not when you not buy shitty kinds.
Well, where can you not buy the shitty cow?
And then they don't...
From the cow's teat.
Yeah, you gotta go find a farmer, and then it's illegal for them to sell you raw milk, even though it has so
Why?
many nutrients. Because maybe it could make you sick. But it's like, oh, maybe asparagus can make you sick because it has like fucking salmonella right now. Go fuck yourself, America, government. Anyways, just
Get it, girl. You just preach.
I can't
Get on
wait
that
for
box of
science.
soap.
Maybe I'll talk about the science.
Yeah, that's a good one for you.
I get so mad about the food industry these days.
Those crazy kids.
They're fucked up
I know.
adults.
It's awful.
They're not children. They're grown-ass fucking greedy adults.
But somehow they blame the
that
millennials.
run the fucking... Yeah, it's all our fault because we're lazy or something. What?
Hashtag podcast at 30.
Hashtag 30-ish. Okay.
What?
Are we signing off?
That's a good way to sign
Are
off.
we wink wink signing off?
For
Lingo?
real. For real. All right, guys.
Thanks for listening to us.
Until hopefully you come back next time. Okay.
Don't forget about us. We'll be posting stuff
All the time.
and you'll hear about it.
Okay.
And Shay's literally
Like a little
going to
nap.
sleep on.
Like a little nuzzly nap.
All right, Nuzzle Buzzle. See you next time.
Okay.
Ba, 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 ba. Wamp, 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 wamp.
What are you doing? You're just gonna do like all the Nickelodeon.
I was trying to do Migos, but that's not what they do at all. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.